Hi. In this video I'm going to show you an original Pacman game, and how it is going to be revised. So this is the old game. It's from the internet. Launch it using the Adobe Flash CC. You could see the original game. It's the typical type of Pacman. There's the ghost, Pacman itself, and in this game, Pacman is smiling. The game was coded using the Adobe Flash CS4, an older version. So the latest version as of now is Adobe Flash CC. So in this part, I will show you the original codes of the game. So there are 9 source codes in for the game. Each purpose of the game has its own code. So the first right one is the blink.as. It is all about the motion of the game. The second code is the dots.eyes. The code was about the dots, or the ones being eaten by Pacman. The third one is the eater.as. Obviously, the code is designed for the movement of the eaters. The fourth one is the enemy.as. This is designed for the enemies, and its random movement. The movement was based from the horizontal and vertical x and y axis in mathematics. The engine.as is designed for the, let's say, the skeleton of the program. As you could see, the code is very long. Next one is the path. Based from the text, it is the path of Pacman, and the path of his eaters or enemies. Next one is the pinky.as. It is used to support the vertical and horizontal movement of the player, particularly the keyboard. At last but not the least, the score.as. It is used for the scoring points of the game. So this is now the revised codes of the new game. This was based from the codes shown earlier. The first one that I'm showing is the revised code of the blinky, path, and the graph. The code was added using the public static const so that the directions would be valid. Constant movements in short. This code is the revised code of the engine. This is now the skeleton of the whole game. This would be the class of the scoreboard, game, and the characters. This is the new code for Ghost. This will be now the function of the ghost, which used public class, so that it would be accessible to the other members of the class outside the code. The item is the added code in here. This was added by using the public function, and the private var, so that graphics would be animated. The node.as is another added code for the game. Again, this was added to improve the movement of the Pacman. Using the x and y axis, plus the horizontal and vertical lines used in math. It was coded using the public function. On the other hand, this Pacman game was revised from the graph1 earlier. Some codes were also added like override public function for the valid movement of Pacman. The Secree board also used the variables and the mathematical x and y axis plus the horizontal and vertical lines. This was added so that the total score would be computed. Lastly, the zigzag matrix. This was made to compute for the score that Pacman will get at every corner. As usual, public function was used, and uses the array and boolean functions, so this is now the revised version of our Pacman. As you have seen a while ago, we've traced the new paths by using the trace tool, and drew new characters such as trace, and changed the look of Pacman. The sound button was also added. The game was different from the other one by its look. In this game, the characters has different look. Pacman has its beak, and the mazes are harder. The dots were changed into 3, and lastly, the ghost increases. That ends my discussion. Thank you.